The 2024 regular season has come to an end in the Canadian Premier League as all 8 teams were in action today in the outcome presented by TonyBet, and we now know the 5 teams that are going to take part in the 2024 CPL playoffs. Forge FC, Cavalry FC, Atletico Ottawa, York United, and Pacific FC are our 5, and we now know the schedule for how these playoffs are going to get started. The action begins Wednesday night at York Lions Stadium as 4th place York United host Pacific FC in the first home playoff game in club history, kicking off at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. The winner of that game will be right here in Ottawa next Sunday, October 27th, for a quarterfinal matchup at 1 p.m. Eastern against Atletico Ottawa, who finished in 3rd. Later on Sunday afternoon on the 27th, Forge FC, as regular season title winners, will host 2nd place Cavalry FC in a rematch of last year's CPL final, the winner of which will go directly to this year's CPL final and have the right to host it. The loser of that game will go back home, and they'll play the winner of Atletico Ottawa versus whoever wins the 4-5 game. Whoever wins that game will play in the final semi-final for that last chance at the CPL final. It was a pretty fun day today. Lots of action. We saw the Golden Boot snatched at the very end by Tobias Warszewski, who scored twice for Cavalry against Valor FC in Cavalry's 2-1 win. He finished with 12 goals to lead the league in scoring alone. Meanwhile, here in Atletico Ottawa, a 0-0 draw as Vancouver FC were not able to keep their playoff hopes alive, while Ottawa were not able to climb into 2nd place. On Vancouver Island, it was a rainy one as Pacific FC scored the goal that they needed as Dario Zanata clinched their playoff spot against Forge FC. They'll be in that 5th spot. Meanwhile, the final game of the Saturday afternoon, Halifax Wanderers won 2-1 at home against York United to see their season off on a high note, finishing in 6th place despite missing the playoffs again. It was an incredible regular season, 112 games of action from wall to wall. The playoffs are about to start. Make sure you do not miss a second of them live on One Soccer.